drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make off with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Gridiron with the gang now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a ring now. Legendary on the field. Kinda drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just the heel.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Out of bounds. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 2.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Now left side on the swing pass. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 10. he's got daylight. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Almost the full length of the field, a 90-yard punt return. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points.
Let's just call that play what it was. Bold, dashing, daring, and a big-time return for a touchdown.
Fielding a punt inside the 10. Most coaches, they frown upon that, don't they?
They really do. I do know some special teams coaches who say, okay, I'll let you go to about the 8, and you're right in that gray area, and he made that play work in a massive way.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they'll get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves out that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Again, it's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Chiefs 21. Broncos.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Locke trying again after the pick six. Screen pass to Lindsey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Locke. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing his lock on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
A 59-yard attempt.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is.
21.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
Eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Open man Hamler. That's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after one. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Locke. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
He's got his tight end fan. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Again, they'll throw with Locke. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy.
Touchdown.
Jerry Jeudy. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. He's 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 3rd down. Throwing now is Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 30.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard
from the 5, 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 3rd down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
A 24-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
And that is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete. It's 3rd.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Locke to throw. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Locke's pass. Intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup there. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 7, Lock, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
He'll find Lindsey here. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st and 10.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now here's Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
4 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown lead.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to pour it on. That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense trying to locate where receiver's are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field, so you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find him, and he did there.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. He's back to throw here to start the drive. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Phillip Lindsay.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Sam Martin in punt formation.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Flushed out right. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16. And another 1st down. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Butker now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
44, Broncos 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The 3rd quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. On the counter, Lindsay. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On on third down. Lock. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Block working out of the gun. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Partner, if you and I were playing quarterback in this one, we would be really confident right now throwing it to him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's been spectacular. He's just saying, hey, I was all state. I'll make it rain out here. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
This is the tight end Fant. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They fake the handoff, now Lock. Oh, he'll air this one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Yards on the play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Operating from the gun. Lock, flush to his right. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many
great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
What that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Mahomes firing complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Going underneath, it's Coleman. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Coleman. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd
and the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. That's who is running back, Edwards-Helaire. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, the